It's Saturday the 23rd of June 2018. We have an action day for the Lib Dems in Gateshead, and we are focusing on two wards, which are Dunston Hill and Wickham East, and Lobley Hill and Bensham. So more a case of sort of focusing on the Lobley Hill and the Dunston Hill parts of those two wards. But one of those wards, Dunston Hill and Wickham East, is where we won it from Labour this year, so we're hoping to pick up the next seat next year. And Lobley Hill and Bensham is where we are wanting to build up our strength for a gain in the future. Well, this is part of the church hall in Church Chair. This is our HQ for the day. We start at 10 o'clock, so people should be arriving then, and we've got 5 minutes to go to finish sorting out leaflets. So we've got our Dunston focus, which is so that's the thank you focus, saying thank you to everybody for voting for us, and a little bit of news on the back. And then we've got a Lobley Hill survey. This is what's going out in the Lobley Hill part of Lobley Hill and Bensham ward. Now obviously we didn't win that ward this year, didn't come close to winning it. But 12 years ago we very nearly did win it, so we'd like to get back into that situation, so that's what we're heading to. So it's basically a survey, and we're doing a similar survey to people who voted in the local elections in Dunston Hill as well. And this is our Wickham focus, and this is the focus that's going out across the Wickham parts of all three Wickham wards. So this goes out in my ward as well, and it's a thank you on the front, and again local news on the back. Well, the delivery machine is about to arrive. These are three of our members who are some of our best leafleters going.
To demoralise Labour, I have an idea. Why don't we have about 3 bundles each?
Well, you are delivering 3 bundles each today anyway, so...
I know, it'll give the impression, you know.
Right, I've just arrived at Lobley Hill, because I've been given a fair chunk of Lobley Hill to deliver. And for me, Lobley Hill is a bit like home territory for me, because I was raised on the edge of Lobley Hill. In those days, it was part of the Wickham Urban District, but I went to primary school in Lobley Hill and then went on to Wickham School afterwards for secondary school. But this is home territory, so I have parked at the Beggarswood recreation area, and I remember this site very clearly from when I was a kid, because what is now the Beggarswood recreation area was then a rubbish dump, and it was a landfill site, and it was one of these sites where nowadays you can never get away with putting a landfill site right next door to where people live. But back in the 60s, that was a different matter altogether. Anyway, I have this lot to deliver, and this is one of the surveys that we are putting through people's doors, so I have about 300 to deliver this morning. Well, I've done the patch I set out to do, except for 1.5 streets, because although I've got some left, it's not quite enough to do them, so I think what I'll do is I'll sort out the other deliveries for Lobley Hill at some point over the next day or so, and at some point go back to this patch and finish the 2 streets that weren't quite done. Well, back at HQ, jammy dodgers, armed with jammy dodgers for lunch. Oh. Councillor Morn finds my eating habits amusing. So we've cleared most of the leaflets for Dunston Hill and Wickham East, and there's a few batches that people have taken to do later in the week, and I've done about 300 and odd in Lobley Hill, but I'll take the rest to do sometime over the next few days as well. But we're going to go out this afternoon to do a bit of knocking on doors after I've finished eating my biscuits. Well, slight change of plan. I'm not going out door knocking at the moment. I'm actually going out to deliver this bundle of leaflets, which basically means that that is the whole of the ward delivered. I've done this Dunston patch and I'm heading back to the HQ, but the problem is I'm 3 short of these. I need 5 more, and I've got 2 at the moment, so I'm going to have to pick up some spares when I get back to the office. Well, last job of the day, back in Lobley Hill, and we're going to just get a group shot with Peter Moore, who's the parliamentary candidate here, Kevin McCurry as local councillor for the next ward, and Nick Smeaton, who is one of our members and campaigners in Bensham, Lobley Hill and Bensham ward. So here we have the team with surveys.